Hi everyone, Melissa here. Today I am going to be doing a design that was requested by a fellow dip powder YouTuber by the name of Fragalicious Nails by Jess. She messaged me and asked if I could figure out how to do this with dip powder, this picture right here. She was specifically requesting the French portion, the French design portion of it. I am not going to be doing the peekaboo part because I have done so many peekaboos and I just don't, I'm not really wanting to do that entire thing that's in that design, but I'm going to be adding a little bit extra with the black, some lining, and yeah, I hope it turns out great. So for the design today, I'm going to be using Revel's Erica. Yes, I know I just used this, but it's my favorite when it comes to like really natural milky colors. And I'm also going to be using Ocean Enchantress by iGel for this look, and my amazing trusty Micron pen to get that easy black line. Yes, without having to mess with extra dip powder. So to start off today, I am going to be doing a layer of dip base on all of my nails. I'm letting that dry because, for one, I do have peel base on, so this layer is going to dry pretty quickly, but also because I'm going to be doing some hand color blocking and a little bit of buffing, and I don't want to mess up that peel base layer. All right, now that that layer of dip base is dry, I'm just going to give it a really light buff just to buff off the shine here. I'm going to use a pencil to try and draw out about where I want the French design to go, just so I make sure that when I put base down on the nails that they're all kind of in the same place and everything matches up evenly and the curve is consistent. If you wonder why buff that out, it's pretty simple. The pencil won't write on a shiny surface, so it just comes down to that. Okay, I went ahead and, since we're gonna have black there anyway, I went over the pencil lines that I had drawn, just above them actually, with the Micron pen to kind of really make that line stand out a little bit better, to make sure that I get that where I want it to go. Okay, now for the powder for the bottom layer here. I'll go ahead and show one nail in real time so that you can see the process. I will be using my cuticle pusher for this, the pusher end, the straight end, because we want to kind of try and get a wall, I want to call it, like a wall of dip powder, I guess you could say. Okay, so I'm going to paint the base on this whole area and then just kind of try and follow along this line with the base brush. So we're just freehanding that line a little bit. I'm going to pour the powder over. Now this one didn't really, I'm not sure I got quite as far up as I wanted it to, but I'll show you the idea. I'm just going to take the little pusher and kind of push up against the end of it here to give it kind of a flat ending, like I said, a wall kind of. Alright, so I got all of that done. One thing you do need to keep in mind if you are using this for pushing dip powder around, you are going to get a little bit of dip powder buildup on the end here, and you're going to want to kind of file that away every once in a while, or it's not going to push the powder the way you want it to. It's not going to give you nice straight lines. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and activate these and let them dry, and then we'll get into kind of straightening out the curve here before we get into the next part. Okay, once you're sure that's dry, you're going to want to get a nice a little bit thinner file, so we can go right along the edge and just kind of file that a bit to really flatten that wall we've created, and also just to make sure that it's nice and clean. It's a nice clean line, no lumps and bumps, just kind of cleaning up a little bit. Alright, once you're happy there, pretty sure that your lines look good and symmetrical and clean and just perfect, you can get into, we're going to start adding the black part. And I think I'm going to stick with using my Micron, my micro liner for this. I do have some black gel that I might pull in just in case. This isn't giving like the blackness that I really want, but we're going to try with this first and see how it goes. So I'm going to begin by drawing up against that wall that we created with the dip powder. And then I'm actually going to color in pretty well on that nail itself, just in this small area right above or below where the crescent is. Alright, I'm just gonna give that a minute to dry here. I'm gonna go and grab the glitter I'm gonna be using. I have already poured this out. It's Ocean Enchantress. I've already poured a little bit out into my Dipp'd in Chaos dipping tray. And this is gonna be pretty simple. I'm just going to put some dip base on the tip of the nail here. I don't want to go all the way up to the black because I don't want to end up covering it. So I'm going to cover most of that tip area. Right, and I'm just going to lay right in. Alright, now I got the glitter on, I'm going to do some clear over the top of the glitter over the tips, and then activate and file them. Okay, so now I've got those all filed up. I'm just gonna add a little bit more, just like detail with my micro line. I kind of want to do this like second black line going underneath here. If I can hopefully get it nice and straight. I'm just gonna do that on all of them. So I'm just gonna draw the basic line out, and then I'm gonna kind of thicken it a little and mess with it so it looks nice and clean. Okay, once I know that these are dry and I have all my lines pretty clean and consistent, I'm going to just do a very gentle layer of gel top coat over the top of this. I don't want to smear the pen that I've put on there, the Micron pen. So I don't want to drag too hard. Just gonna gently go over the top. And it may not be perfect in that first swipe, but I can clean up the edges here without messing up.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see from up here. The world seems...
Alright, and there we go with a finished look. These are so cool. Thank you, Jess, for the request. These are a lot of fun to do. And thank all the rest of you for joining me today to see this fun design. I'm hoping to get back to 2 videos a week. I just have to try and get them knocked out during the weekend because my weekdays are pretty tiring now. But I'll get back to it, so I'll see you next time.